Hi. So for past couple of weeks, I've been working on this application called Arivu. I just wanted to showcase what I've been done and then get feedbacks. So let me start with this. So think of you as a product manager, and then when you speak to a business, you get a requirement. So after that, you have to write your user story, like acceptance criteria and everything. So let's say we automate that. So this is the raw requirement which you have got from your business, where they ask for an approval process, and then email, and then some automation on price calculation. So what you can do is just put that requirement here, and then click on acceptance criteria, and then when before you submit, you can just cross verify whether this is what you want to do, and then click submit. So as soon as you do that, uh, I am creating this acceptance criteria. So what it does is it is going to check what was requested, and then based on what was requested, it is going to create an acceptance criteria for each requirement, which is very clear, and then any Salesforce engineer can understand what was asked. Along with that, it will also give you the test cases to make sure that what was requested is developed, and then it's working as expected. Next, once we have an acceptance criteria as a Salesforce engineer, I need to develop this. Okay, what I can do is I just copy this acceptance criteria and then go back to my details and then put it in my technical requirement. That's all I'm doing. And then I go here and then create technical solution, and again I'm doing the same step. So I'm verifying whether this is what I want to do, and then click submit. So now the magic happens. So here what's happening here is when I request that technical solution, the AI agent is scanning my org and then checking the customization on this particular object. Why it is asking this why it is checking on this particular object is because I have mentioned in my requirement that I want to do this customization on this book object. So that's why it went ahead and then checked what are the customization available on that object, which is similar to what was asked as part of this user story. So that is why it has checked if there is any existing approval process which we can reuse, or if there is any trigger which we can reuse, or if there is any email template that can be reused. First, it will do the analysis of the existing metadata, and then it is going to propose the technical solution. So for approval process, it has suggested out of the box like approval process, because it knows because the AI agent knows about Salesforce, obviously. And then also steps to implement this email approval capability, again out of the box. And then I wanted to do a price calculation, so where I had specifically mentioned to use Apex trigger. So that's why it has given Apex trigger. Or if I don't specify, then you can get an option of like creating a formula field or anything. Just for this demo purpose, I had specifically informed that I need to write an Apex trigger. So what it does is it's going to check, is there an Apex trigger on this book object. If not, then it is suggesting you to create a new one, and then how the code looks like. It is simple, but it can handle little complex logic as well, and then some additional consideration. Now that you have done it, next is, once you assume that you have to develop that application, and then you have created these three metadata. I'm just taking a few random Apex class and approval percent and validation as an example. uh, Assume that you have created an Apex class for this now, and if somebody wants to review what was done, then all you can do is just create a summary for your Apex class. So again, just submit, and then a summary would be created for this Apex class, so that like if your lead wants to review what was done as part of this what was done in this Apex class, they can just come here and then just review it. They don't have to go to that Apex class, go line by line to understand what has been done. Similarly, the code review as well. So I need to perform a code review. I click on code review and then submit. So the code review would be done on this, and then it is going to identify if there's any improvements that you can make, and it's going to list all of them, which is pretty cool. And same thing can be done for all the metadata which have been using here. So for example, I want to know what is this validation rule, and then I go here and then I see here, and then it's pretty clear to understand even if you are not from Salesforce background to know what exactly this validation rule is doing. Next is, once all of this is done, then I have something called user story document. uh, Again, I go here and then generate this document. So what it does is it is going to take all your metadata which you have mentioned here, and then it is going to create a document where a business user can understand what was requested and then what was implemented. For example, this assignment controller, okay, like what did we asked, and then what was the scenario that was requested, and then has it been done. So it mentions what is the functionality of this, and then business need, and then example scenario. Similarly for all other component which I have used before. And one last thing is the metadata changes. So this is just a summary or detailed explanation of all the metadata changes that I have done here, just in one place. I can, if I want to review this user story, I mean in technically, so I can come here and then check, okay, so there was an approval process was created, and then there was a validation rule created, and then probably an apex class. So which is pretty cool according to me. So so this is what I've done. So let me know your comments. Thank you.